We welcome to the show, Barry Biggs. So how's it going, Barry?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing, Chris? I'm home in the USA at the moment, doing some recording. So, I'm coming to London early later on this year for a couple of shows.
Great. What shows are you doing?
I'm actually doing a show somewhere in London, somewhere in July. I can't remember the name of the place yet. And then I'm coming back to do a couple of shows in the winter time.
Oh,
I have a date for October the 24th, somewhere in Manchester.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So tell us about your new recordings then. You've gone to the US to record.
Well, I live here in Florida. This is where I live, and I go over to Jamaica sometimes and record as well. And, yeah, but I keep working every time I'm in the studio. I keep doing a lot of stuff. Not released yet, but it's still in the can for any time, Yeah. I sent you a couple of tracks.
Yeah, I like that.
New stuff, some of the new stuff that you could listen to,
Yeah, I liked I think it was originally by the Ronettes, that tune, Be My Baby?
Be My Baby, yes.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that.
I'm getting good response from that one,
Because it's great, because it's such a classic 60s tune, but it's great to put a reggae vibe onto it.
That is why I did it,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting good response from it, yeah.
And the other one's interesting too. What was the name of that one again? I've only just listened to it.
Let It To Myself.
That's it.
So I'm also getting some good reaction from that too,
Yeah. So what's it like doing songs that have originally been famous by other artists?
I'm actually doing 2 albums. One with tracks by some of the Jamaican artists that did some great cover songs. Yeah. And I'm doing some R&B covers, some of the guys that I grew up listening to, like the Delphonics, the Stylistics, Blue Magic, the Temptations,
Great
tracks like Little Anthony. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff, cover songs that I grew up listening to that I love,
Yeah. I find that a lot with reggae artists. They're so influenced by soul music, and I suppose it's probably because at the time that was the main music, wasn't it, when they were growing up?
It was, as a child, when I was in Jamaica as a young boy, before I came over to England, I used to listen to a lot of R&B stuff, Old stuff,
It's great music, isn't it? And it's timeless.
It's sure timeless, And then I came over to England as a young boy. I went to school in London. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know.
Yes, I came to London as a... Huh?
What school?
I went to school in Marylebone called Rutherford Grammar School.
Oh, okay.
And then and then I was a Beatles fan at the time. The Beatles were very big at the time. I was also influenced by the Beatles as well. I used to love their music, and the kind of songs. Yeah.
Your biggest success was Sideshow.
Sideshow, yeah.
Sideshow in 1977. How did the song come about, and was you surprised at the time?
After I had the hit song "Work All Day," which was a self-penned song that it went in the chart as well, and I had to finish an album for the record company. So, I was in Jamaica driving around and I heard this song, Sideshow, playing on the radio. And I'm saying to myself, my God, I love this song. It was done by the Blue Magic. So I called up my musical arranger, a guy named Neville Lyons, that used to be with Byron Lee's band. I called him, I said, Neville, have you heard this song? He said, no. I said, I have to do this song, man. And this was the last song to finish the album, to give it to the record company. And we went into the studio and we recorded the song like a matter of a day and a half was out there. And went to England, and that was it. Took right off.
Yeah, it's a great song, isn't it?
Yeah, so did 1.5 million copies in Europe, which was, you know, good for me financially as well.
Yeah. It's funny though, isn't it? 'Cause as you said, it was the last song that you did on the album. So
It was the last song for that, yes, because I was doing the album, you know, and then I was trying to see which song I wanted to do, and I heard this song. It was like God sent, you know? And it's something about the song that just took me, you know, that I had to do it. And that was it.
How did you become the lead singer for Brian Lee's Dragonaires?
You know, something I was working at the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation as a cameraman and a sound engineer at the JBC Legacy, right? And I'd done a song for Harry J Records. My first recording I'd done for Harry J. I hate the song to this day because, you know, I don't like how it was done, but it was all right. It, you know, made a little impression. And then it did quite well in Jamaica. So after that, I went to join a little band in called the Astronauts, because the song was getting a lot of airplay, and I, you know, wanted to get out there and start doing some shows. So Baron Lee heard about me and sent somebody to, you know, to ask me to come and see him. So I'm saying, why would Baron Lee want to see me? And I said, I don't know. So I went down to see him, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. That was it. So I went, because, well, at the time, you see, the kind of voice that I had, like the Delphonics, the Blue Magics, the Stylistics, young Michael Jackson, that was the kind of voice that was on the airwaves in America and in Jamaica at the time. And he wanted that kind of voice in his band, you know? So that's why I got to be in the band.
So what was that like then? Because as you said, you were a cameraman, and then you was a you was a
you know, like I said, I was a cameraman at JBC,
yeah,
and a sound recording engineer. Because, you know, I mix all of my stuff and all my music. I do all of my mixing and engineering.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, what happened that I was singing one day in the studio at the JBC after work, you know. I just locked myself in the studio, put these instrumental records on the turntable. Because I was shy, and I was a shy guy. And I used to put these records on and sing to them. And a friend of mine heard me singing and, you know, came to me and said, you know, I've been listening to you, you know. So I used to do it like every lunchtime. And he said to me, I got a friend named Harry J, who's a record producer. I'm going to let Harry J hear you. And
that's how it all took off.
And that's how it all took off. I went to audition for Harry J, and he said, yeah, come on next Wednesday down to Federal Records, and that was it. He actually chose the song because it was a popular song at the time in Jamaica. My Sherry Moore by Stevie Wonder. That was my first ever recording.
So we're going to look forward to seeing you in the UK. So when are you going to be in London again, sorry?
I might be coming over this month, you know, at the end of this month, just on a business trip, you know?
Oh, okay, all right.
But you know, and then maybe in July again, I'm coming over for a couple of shows in July.
Well, hopefully we'll see you and be playing your songs on the air, because I think they're great.
All right, Chris, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for coming on the show.
It's a blessing, man. Thank you very much for having me, right?